Flex Luther, Morgan's nigga room. So much soul, about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Gooses on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luther, and none other than the Morgan Sneaker Room. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
What is up, man? Just got done with the tennis season banquet. We're going into the postseason now. Very exciting times. We were supposed to be recording about an hour ago, but senior speeches, man. They want to thank everybody and thank the coaches and all.
You're not gonna miss that, huh?
Nah. Hey, look, man. I've been coaching some of these players since they was in middle school, man. I'm trying to hear, all the great stories about me.
I know that's what I'm saying. I know you wouldn't miss it. That's why I said that.
Yeah, man. I always love the banquet night. It's a really special event. This is my 19th season coaching. It's great. And then of course my 10th year, I'm in my 10th year right now. So, all of these, I know they feel special. Well, it's actually interesting. I was thinking about this on the way home, but I have been coaching tennis twice as long as I was in the military. So I was in the military for 5 years. I've been coaching tennis for 10 years. And the military was a huge part of my life. And now it's like, this is where we're at now.
Congratulations, man. That's
thank you.
The consistency. Consistency is key.
Yeah.
As easy as it may sound, I feel like one of the hardest things to do in life is to do something over and over again.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. And here's what I love about my job as a tennis coach is that there are no 2 days that are the same, right? Like every player is different and every person is different, right? So I can't coach one player the same way that I'd coach another one. Or like if they move differently, right? We have to find new ways and we have to find it's problem solving. It's always a thing of like we have to problem solve, and every player brings a new way to problem solve to try to accomplish the same task.
I like it, man.
Yeah.
Well, where do you see yourself as far as tennis in 5 years?
In 5 years, man, hopefully
Coaching at college or something, right?
No, I love coaching high school tennis. Coaching college tennis, we're looking way down the road. I'm not even a head coach at the high school level. Now, could I be? Yes, right. But we have a fantastic head coach who I work for who has won several state championships, and I love working for him. And when he's done, I hope to take over the reins. But just in 5 years, I think he'll still be here because his son will be in high school at that point. And he will obviously want to coach his son. But hopefully at that point, I've coached players who have won state championships. I mean, a state championship would be great in 5 years. And having players, having more players playing in college and stuff like that. Just having it's all about building that portfolio, and that portfolio is the players who you help. And then, of course, the players who I've already coached, seeing them, own their own businesses and being successful adults, like that's always the main prize. That's always the goal, right? Is, okay, cool, you go to play tennis in college, you don't, but if you become a decent human being or a great human being, boom, that's what makes me happy. But as far as professionally, man, just cranking out, just getting somebody to win state. That's the main goal. I don't know if I've had any of my players go and play college yet. Any player that I've worked with, with private lessons, but next year when I've got a guy who he's being recruited now, but he's somebody who I've been teaching from the beginning. So it's going to be a milestone for me.
Look at you.
Yeah, man.
Look at you.
Yep.
Prolific.
Unless we start getting some advertisers on this podcast, man. If that's the case, if we start getting advertisers,
I mean, we
nobody
can,
going to college.
But they only get paid, I think, is 1 cent per download.
Huh?
Crazy.
I'm trying to do an ad read.
How you feel about the finals right now? Like, what
NBA?
a toss up. Yeah, what
Exciting times.
Yeah, I like it.
It's exciting times.
Nuggets got kicked out. OKC is in there.
I mean,
Knicks.
Somebody's getting their first ring. That's what I like. That's what I like about it. Is somebody's getting their first ring.
It's gonna be a dog fight.
Yeah, it is.
All the way up to the end. Every game.
Like I'm mentally preparing myself like I'm playing in the game just for the. I mean.
Oh yeah, because
like,
Pacers, yeah.
Yeah, man, my Pacers are playing. And
what's your prediction?
Well, I think it's going to 7. I think it's going to 7, and of course, I got to say Pacers in 7. Yeah. But here's the thing, right? Like, I am a bona fide Knicks hater, right? But some of those Knicks teams that they've had to watch over the last 20 years, some of those draft picks that they've had to endure over the the Pacers are in the same boat, right? Like I remember watching a lineup of matter of fact, I remember going to a game. It was on New Year's Eve where like players had COVID but like the lineup was like Kiefer Sykes, like Chris Duarte, like Terry Taylor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're looking at me like, who are those players? Like, Goga Bitadze.
The only person I can remember playing for the Pacers is Paul George.
That's the only person? That's because you don't watch ball.
Yeah. But what? Not Reggie Miller went on the Pacers.
He was.
Oh, okay.
He was.
Okay,
yeah.
Reggie Miller.
Mm-hmm. Right, Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller and Paul George. That's it, buddy. You ain't getting another one out of me.
Look, man, we were supposed 04. We were supposed to win the champion. We were going to win the championship that year. We were the best team in the league.
And who won the championship that year?
04, Detroit. Because
bad boys.
Steven Jackson was suspended for a long time. It was for the Malice in the Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Steven Jackson was suspended. Jermaine O'Neal got suspended. Ron Artest got suspended for forever. Then he wanted to go and make music.
Meta world peace.
Yeah, Reggie Miller was coming off the bench that year because he was in his. He was like at the end of his career. Jamal Tinsley all of our players got suspended. In fact, the next game, I think they only had like 5 players available for the next game after the Malice in the Palace. Shout out Eddie Gill and Austin Crozier. But I mean, we've been through it, man. Like all these teams have been through it. OKC, like they had to deal with losing Kevin Durant after going to the finals. They lost Kevin Durant,
James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
They lost all those guys, right? Like, and then Minnesota has just been I can't even say mediocrity. Like they've just been bottom of the barrel for so long. Yeah. Pacers again. I mean, that is a mediocre team. Like there's been a lot of regular season success. I mean, we look back at 2014, the Paul George years, and then Oladipo, and then how that crashed and burned. That's been mediocrity, and then the Knicks have been worse. Like, I think this is an exciting time in basketball where it's kind of like a changing of the guard, or maybe next year those big dogs come back, right? Maybe the Warriors are good again and relevant next year. So, interesting. Very interesting finals, I think. Conference finals. What are your thoughts?
I mean, that's why I watch the finals. That's why I've always kind of watched the finals. Again, like the last time I was like really into basketball, the first super team out in my eyes got created, and that was Boston.
Yep.
Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce,
Go ahead.
Rondo,
Rondo and
Ray
Ray
Allen.
Allen. Okay, there you go. What
Yeah,
team did
so
Ray Allen come from?
top. I got it. Wait. The Bucks, right?
The Bucks. So he got drafted by the Bucks, then he went to another team, then he went to Boston.
I don't want to say the Heat. Did he come from the Heat?
He was at the Heat at the end of his career.
I was gonna say he ended up at the Heat. Okay. So where did he come from?
Oh my gosh, Seattle Supersonics.
Well, because that was no longer a team, right?
They're not a team anymore.
No, I'm saying, but is that why they had a
No. So the Thunder,
Thunder, yeah,
Thunder. Okay, yeah. So Kevin Durant got drafted by the Supersonics. He played for the Supersonics for a year, and then they relocated to Oklahoma City. Shout out Brain Dead Pikachu, who was a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan.
Oh, but yeah, I mean,
loves them, bro.
I mean, that's where he's from.
What'd you wear today?
What I wore today was the Midnight Navy Sixes, which is one of those shoes that I think last time they released before this time was 2000, and it was one of those shoes that I kind of came across like, learning about shoes, and like, oh, I would love to have that pair. Finally released, but yeah, that kind of touches on what we're going to talk about today. But what you have on for today?
Today I wore to the banquet a pair of Sambas. This is the Nice Kicks pair. The Shop Nice Kicks pair, not to get confused. These are the Shop Nice Kicks pair, not the Matt Hatfield Nice Kicks pair, as I learned. So this is from the Consortium Cup, which was I don't know if they released all the pairs like that won in the Consortium Cup. Anyway, it was a bracket style tournament to see which design from which retailer would be created, and this is one of the Sambas that came from that program. So Shop Nice Kicks, not Nice Kicks publication. That's what I wore today.
What I wanted to touch on, because like I said, I was touching on the Midnight Navy Sixes. We got wind that the Tokyo 5s are releasing. One of those shoes that, that a bunch of people have wanted, very rare, couldn't get their hands on. And that made me think, like, because it seems like at this point, nothing is safe. I mean, we've gotten the Galaxy phones, we got the Tokyo 5s, we got the Undefeated in 2 different versions, which is crazy. I mean, we get all the classic OG colorways, white cements, flu games. I mean, if you could go into the vault, one shoe that you just know that you'd never be able to get, what would that shoe be?
See, that's interesting, right? Because if you would have asked me this question 5 years ago, even less, 3 years ago, you would have asked me this question 3 years ago, I would have said Galaxy Foams. Those are re-released. I would have said Undefeated Force. Those are re-released, right?
Might even say Wu-Tang Dunks.
Wu-Tang Dunks, right? Now, I got the goldenrod, the Iowa Dunks, because one, I had a tennis player who was cheering at Iowa, but it was like, oh, this is almost the Wu-Tang Dunks, right? I think I would say some of those, it's going to sound terrible, some of those Dornbecker pairs, Dornbecker 3s, Dornbecker 4s.
Really?
The red Dornbecker 3s?
If you had, I mean, they've been retro before, anyways.
Have they?
Yeah, 2011 and 2015. The Dornbecker 3s are released twice. With different insoles. Yeah, the Dornbeckers and
the red pair.
Yep,
the red pair. I didn't know that.
And the Dornbecker Retro 6s have released twice before.
Yes, I knew the sixes did.
I'm trying to figure out.
Look up those threes.
Trying to figure out what year. Which years is it? 13. It's got to be 13 and 11.
Okay.
13 and 11.
Gotcha.
13 and 10. So they released December 4th, 2010, and then released in July 20th, 2013.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I need another re-release then.
But if out of all the shoes, that would be
That's what's coming to my head right now. That's what's coming to my head. I mean,
mine automatically is the Nike Mags. That's the only shoe that I saved up like thousands of dollars for to buy. I would love for it to get like a general
would you wear
release.
them, or would they be a?
No,
or would
no,
they
I would
just
wear
be?
them. I would
You would
wear
wear
them.
them.
Oh, I would 100% wear them. Now, if I would have bought them for the price that like if I buy them for the price that they're going for now, and they're not a GR, no, hell no. I am not walking around with a $50,000 shoe on. No, sir.
What about So what about the Nike Yeezys?
What about it? You release them
Would you?
again?
Would
Like,
you
do
want
I
those
want
to
them?
re-release?
Nah, they remind me of the what's them Supra shoes?
Supra? Yeah.
Yeah.
Creative Rex. They look like Creative Rex too.
Yeah, I've never. Nah, I mean, now if they released in general release, I probably would shoot for them just because of like what the name, the history behind them, just to have them in my collection.
I think there's a 0% chance that those come out.
Man, imagine if they did.
If they did,
but I feel like that's one of those Nike rare buttons, like
A6. Look, A6 keeps catching up on us, bro. Saucony keeps doing their thing.
We got one more
Nike Yeezys.
Don't flip it back, push the red button. I feel like that's what that. But another pair I would think about is the Do the Right Thing Retro 4s. They're the white cements, but they're like
with the mark and the scuff on them. Yeah, I only saw those in the blogs, and they had the they had the thing on the laces too, right?
Them I
only saw those in the blogs, and I never saw a release.
I never seen anybody with them. There was a friends and family pair, but like I've never. It was a celebration. It was a celebration for was it 20 years? It was a celebration to do right things. I know that. Like,
Do the Right Thing. So think about it. So it came out in '89, right? Do the Right Thing came out in '89, so it would have been
it had to be
25 years.
Yeah, I think it was
2014. Is that 25 years? 35 years.
It was around. It was around. I know it was a celebration for that, and I've always wanted a pair of those. So like if we're doing re-releases or we're doing a GR release or being able to grab a pair.
You remember the gold grape 5s?
Oh yeah, that was the Fresh Prince, wasn't it?
Fresh Prince joints. Yeah. What about those?
Those are the family and friends. Those I feel like those are attainable because I've seen them around. I seen them with the bloggers, the Perfect Hair, Former Simpson, somebody, I mean, my guy AD Sneaks, he just got his the Oklahoma PE thing running for like $8,000. I need to start taking pictures of shoes.
So how do you feel when a friends and family pair gets a general release and it's like those friends and family, like if let's say you got a friends and family pair from AD Sneaks, right? AD Sneaks he has his own, he has a collaboration, and he gifts us a friends and family pair, right? 3 years later, Nike decides that they want to do a general release of that friends and family pair. How would you feel?
Wouldn't change nothing to me. I mean, probably to the public eye, but to me, nah. I mean, mine still came from AD Sneaks. Mine has something that pair doesn't have. Something, even if it's just like an initial but I don't really see it being the same because even with the Undefeateds, we're getting variations. So it's not completely the same. Even with the Galaxy foams, the
Mhm.
print was a little different.
It's
It was a little
different.
less.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
So
Yep. It makes me think about the Concepts Con exclusive Air Max 97 collaboration with Undefeated. That that shoe basically was going for hundreds of dollars on the aftermarket. You remember the shoe I'm talking about?
is that
Air
the
Max
one
90
with?
is green, olive green.
I thought she was. You know what? I thought she was talking about the undefeateds. Now I think
Yeah,
about it.
Undefeated Air Max 97.
That's what she was talking about.
Mhm.
The red and green with it's like all black and it's got the red and green on it.
Nah, it's olive green. It's mostly olive green.
Oh, it's yeah. Because I do remember
And
that
then
one. I
they
do
did a
remember that.
general release, and that general release was going for like $100.
Yeah,
Like I have the general release one, and there were people on YouTube, of course, talking about like these are the differences, and it's like, bro, it's like they're the exact same.
I mean,
or even the linen, bro, the linen Air Force Ones
no, yeah.
that just dropped, right? Like when those dropped, the first, not the original pair, but the first time Kith did that, it was like, I mean, very limited, very expensive. Like I couldn't get a pair, but then they re-released same style code, same product code, essentially the same shoe, and now it's like anybody can really get them.
So what do you think? What do you think changes from that period, from it being released at ComplexCon to it becoming a general release? Do you truly feel that people just lose interest in it, or is it just the lore is no longer there? So it's kind of like, I can do without it.
Well, one of the things that we're talking about is what makes a sneaker like legendary, right? Like what made that ComplexCon exclusive so great, right? And what made the linen Air Force One so great? The 2015 pair. And I mean, all these shoes that we've talked about today, they all have one thing in common, and that's scarcity, right? Like it's so expensive because it was so scarce. If I say, hey, Soul Brothers podcast, we're releasing a shoe right now and it's limited to 20 pairs, right?
We're hitting the vlogs.
The value of that sneaker is going to go way up, right?
No.
But if we say, hey, we're going to have a stock of 1 million, like nobody's going to say anything about that sneaker.
Nope, not even close.
And I think that's what the difference is. The linens, when the linens came out in 2015, I'm not talking about the 01 originals. When the linens came out in 2015, they were scarce, right? The 01s you could only get in Japan, right? So like that's what made them, other than, I mean, the colorway is sick, but the 2015 Kith linens, were very rare. Now anybody can get them. So people are going to say, oh, that can't be a fire sneaker if anybody can have them, right? And we say it all the time. If this didn't have Travis Scott's name on it, if this sneaker didn't have Travis Scott's name on it, then nobody would talk about it, right? I don't think that's 100% true. I think that if a Travis Scott sneaker wasn't as limited as, I mean, the name Travis Scott in my mind means limited, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? If it wasn't limited, I think nobody would care. If it was a Travis Scott,
and it was like,
I mean, think about it. What's that one that just dropped? That Leche Blue Field Jacks or whatever. Anybody? Yep. I mean, all the restocks I've seen unboxed that, I'm seeing a restock every 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, are people really checking for that? Or if it's like, yo, there's only gonna be 150 pairs,
No, I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it, and I know a lot of people. I feel like the people that have an issue with what Nike's doing right now when they're releasing the Tokyos and the Galaxies and all this stuff, I feel like it's kind of like when the cool kid, when you take away their status of, if you take away their status, they're not cool anymore. There's literally nothing cool about them. Most cool people are not talented. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing. All they have is their status. Like, this is, I'm popular. And I feel like when you do that, you're taking away from these collectors, these people that have become what they are. Like, they are their shoes, and
Right.
they're limited pairs. So when the average Flex Luthor gets the Tokyo Fives, is pretty much the only thing that was separating him from the bigger collectors. Is kind of like, thanks, bud.
Yeah.
My price just went down. You know?
Yeah. Now, I think that even though a 2025 Tokyo 5 is coming out, I don't think that's going to take away the value, because I've tried.
Oh, no.
It's not going to take away the value from, when did it first come out? When was it?
But I will say, it may not take from it.
06?
But it's definitely going to drop. Because
Yeah.
I mean, because the Ferraris are like the Ferrari 14s, they're coming out again. Those things were easily going for like $500, $600,
Which is crazy, by the way. That is
now
crazy.
on eBay, you can get them things for $150, one twice,
Yeah.
because they know that once the 2025 pair release, I don't care about the Ferrari 14s. I already got them. You know,
It should have never gone up. It should have never gone up to.
well, again,
I don't think that's a great shoe.
well,
I know people love it. People love that shoe, but I don't love it.
I love the 14s in general, and then I have all the Ferraris, the black Ferrari, the yellow Ferraris, and I want to get the red Ferraris. And 14s are always like, they're always limited. Like, not a lot of places get the retro 14. It's like one of those shoes that you want, you better go get it, because once it's gone, it's gone. You don't really see a lot of restocks on the retro 14. And I don't know if that's because of the molds or what it takes to make the 14. They kind of or maybe because they know it's not a sought after silhouette. So like, we're not going to make 100,000 14s, and nobody likes anything after, 12, 13, what they be saying?
Yeah, some people are saying 12. I mean, it was always 14. I would always hear 14 back in the day, but like, I need the last shots again, and I need
candy canes.
I need the candy canes, and I need the black
Rip
toes.
Hamiltons.
Yeah.
Oh, let me not say that, because then everybody be like, those are PE. They released a PE. But
well, you gotta have to tell people where Rip Hamilton went to high school.
I have no clue, man. The only thing I remember about Rip Hamilton was his face.
He wore the face guard. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know who went to college?
No, I don't.
He went to UConn.
Man, you and these sports things. But I do also want to touch on. I was seeing the video of Wale circulating around, and they asked him what was the greatest sneaker of all time. And I was disappointed, because I'm like, okay, this is Wale, so I'm actually intrigued. Like, what do you think is like what does Wale think the greatest shoe of all time is? And he hit me with the Total Air Foamposite. Also known as the Tim Duncans, and I was
gonna say, you calling it the government, man. Some people don't know that by his government.
I was like, wah, wah, wah. Like,
so you don't think so? What do you, so? And
greatest
I'm not saying
of all time.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm not saying I agree.
But what stops it from being the greatest shoe of all time? Well, I mean,
what's that?
One, impact. Two, that's bricks, them cinder blocks on your feet, bro. And you like, that's one thing. I mean, I feel like the greatest shoe of all time has to be somewhat comfortable, somewhat wearable. But I promise you,
we both have the blue pair. I feel like it's a comfortable shoe. It's heavy, but I still think it's comfortable.
Yeah, it's comfortable after you. But when you get to walking around in them heavy, after a while, you be like, bro, I gotta get these things off my feet, bro.
Yeah,
but they're nice and snug, and they kind of they're foamposites. They got their foamposite technology and materials, so it feels like it. But greatest sneaker of all time is crazy.
Okay,
different, crazy.
So, what in your opinion?
Concord 11s.
Okay, what do you think Wale would have said? Should have said? Like, what if you were Wale? What did you expect Wale to say would be the best sneaker of all time?
Honestly, it's something that created like a domino effect. Something like the Nike Dunk or the Nike Blazer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Something that started and like you can look back in every model after it, and it's like I see the Blazer, I see the sword. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of like, okay, the Nike Blazer, yeah, because it birthed this shoe, or it created this era, or it created this trend. You know what I'm saying? But the total foam posit, total air foam posit was way left field. I was like, I know you like those. I didn't know you were thinking that was the greatest shoe of all time. I mean,
I think that's a very Wale answer, though.
Yeah,
that's a very Wale answer.
I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, I love the shoe. I'm still always looking for a pair on eBay. I'm not trying to spend $1,500 on a pair from '99.
That's another red, but that's another red button, man. When the stock's low.
But here's the thing: do you feel like if that shoe re-released in 2025, do you think Wale would have had that answer?
Ooh, wow! I like that. I actually like that question. I guess
they haven't dropped since 2015.
I truly feel like if they were rumored to drop in 2025 or already dropped in 2025, and they answered this question, it wouldn't have been a great shoe.
I don't think so.
Time.
Nope.
I don't see it being the great shoe all time in his mind. And
I would have seen. I mean, if the Galaxy Foam Posits hadn't dropped, I'm sure he would have said Galaxy Foam Posits. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I've said this quite a few times, and maybe my perspective is changing as I'm becoming less. What's the word y'all used to call me, man? As I'm becoming less like snobby about sneakers. I used to say the Stan Smith was a perfect sneaker. And, you know, to be quite honest with you, I don't I don't know if that's true anymore. My favorite sneaker of all time, it often changes, but like there's kind of a Mount Rushmore with more than four faces. You know, when I think about perfect sneakers, yeah, I'll keep the Stan Smith up there. But I'll also put in there the 990 V2, which a lot of people have as their least favorite 990. I see you shaking your head. The Jordan 3, Jordan 4. This is a Morgan. Please understand, this is a Morgan pick right here. The Gel Light 3. I'm not saying objectively best sneaker of all time. I'm saying this is a Morgan pick. The Gel Light 3. And then I'd have to go with, I mean, the Saucony model that got me into it, the Shadow 5000. I'd go with that. I mean,
even with your Mount Rushmore, there's still some like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just like, if you had to pick one shoe, and I ask you right now, Morgan, what shoe is the greatest shoe of all time? You're not gonna go with a Gel Light 3. Like, no. I know you're not. Like, because it just doesn't.
Now wait a minute. When I first got on TikTok,
oh yeah,
I would have said that.
But still, in the back of your mind, you're probably like,
nah, because that doesn't get views. Because it would have got views.
Yeah, it's not even close. So
I would say if there was only one model of shoe that I would wear for the rest of my life, it would be Jordan 3. That's the shoe I would wear every day for the rest of my life. There's so much you can do with it.
There's a lot of Jordan 3s, and there's so many Jordan 3s, which, I mean, there's so many other Jordan 4s and 5s, 6s, and 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s. But the Jordan 3, yeah.
Yeah. And it just barely, and this is so different, man, than when I was on TikTok. Because now I'm not trying to get views, like, you know what I'm saying, like on the TikTok, but it's like, I'm just trying to be honest and transparent. Like, everybody knows I'm a big runner guy. Like, I love my New Balances, Saucony's A6 Diadoras. I love them. But, man, I'm telling you, Jordan 3, the only reason I'm not saying Jordan 4 is that I think the Jordan 3 is just a little bit more comfortable. That would be it.
Yeah,
Love the New Balance 992. 992 is comfortable. I could wear that every day, but it's got to be the Jordan 3.
No, I mean, yeah, I thought it was a weird take, and I just love to see people be like, yeah, he's right, y'all tripping. I'm just like,
oh yeah, Wale knows ball. Like, bro, we all know the Duncans, bro. Like, everybody knows.
so why were they on sale since y'all love them so much? Why were they on sale in Jimmy Jack?
In 2015, because nobody was checking. Was checking for.
Nobody.
If it wasn't a Jordan in 2015, bro, they were buying those Marvin the Martian 7s, bro, in 2015.
Bro, I turned down the silver. They had the black pair, the I call it the Timberland pair, and they had the silver pair, and they had the blue pair. And the brown pair wasn't in my size. It was the cheapest, so I didn't buy that one. And then it came down to the black one, but the black one was in like a 10, and I didn't want to get a 10. And the blue was in a 9.5, and it was the second lowest. I got that pair. Could have got the silver pair full price. But I was like, I'm not paying, because I think full price back then for the total air front, I think $225, $250.
Yeah.
Anything that got their deposit on it.
Yeah, that's a quick way, bro. Yeah. That's a quick way to get into somebody's pockets. Put posit at the end of it.
Posit is $185 and up.
Yeah.
$185 and up. But I've also been seeing pictures of what seems to be the new J Tips. I haven't seen anything confirmed. Haas from My First Kicks was the one to leak the pictures. It's a Triumph 4. Yeah, I think they're nice. I like them.
Interesting. You got to send me the picture because I haven't seen it yet.
I am right now. And I haven't seen J Tips confirmed or anything, so I haven't seen anything confirmed yet. But I did see that Haas posted them, and then someone reposted them and gave him the credit for it. So, I haven't seen Jason, Jennifer, no one talking about it. So, and then the design is a little different. But yeah, I'm feeling them.
Those are kind of fire, actually.
Oh, well, I mean, I ain't say it was trash. It was always fire.
Yeah.
J Tips is always fire. It's always fire when J Tips dropping it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was looking at the Star Cows, the Army pair. I seen them for a steal, and about to go ahead and pull the trigger on those. Speaking of that, if you guys didn't know, Soul Brothers Podcast is now on Discord. We have our own server with about 12 members in there, which is honestly a lot more than I expected, because I'm just like, why would they want to be part of our server? But I was thinking about doing something like, when people find a steal or something, they kind of just drop it into the Discord. And just, everybody just doing it, So now when I see like a steal or something, I'm just going to exclusively go into the Soul Brothers Discord.
Yeah, that's also a great place for people to put their ideas and things for us to talk about. Maybe we get some of our Discord members to be guests just to do, when we've done sneaker battles in the past, right? Like, do a sneaker battle.
I like that.
So, really, really exciting things with the Discord. I have had a lot of fun in there.
This man is texting more to the Discord than
that
he
is
is me. I'm like, bro ain't even texting.
Well, I know you were hot, bro.
Good morning. Good morning. What I wore today. And I'm just like, bro, I'm still waiting to see if we recording tonight. Like, what?
Hold on, bro. Because we 40 minutes in, bro. Let's talk about, because we were supposed to record on Saturday, right? I had a time, right? Bro, I was so tired on Saturday. And so I was like, all right, I ain't get the link yet. Still ain't get the link yet, bro. I was passed out, bro. Bro, so I was like, I'm gonna just tell him I fell asleep. I was expecting to wake up to see a link, and then like, yo, you good? You on? I was, hey, look, all good.
All good, man. All good. Um, I've been dealing with my own things, life and
Yeah,
in a bad way and also in a good way. But
for sure.
kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit here. But what I am doing is focusing more on the product. If you guys haven't noticed, we've been pushing out a little more clips, a little more engagement in our post. Then, like I said, we just dropped the Discord. A lot of things going on YouTube. Had a couple, I ain't gonna say viral videos, but some videos
Did
got
we?
over. Yeah, we got some videos got over 5K. You know, what I'm saying they
That's good for
chilling,
us.
chilling on 5K. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just really focusing on that. And you guys will definitely be seeing some more guests soon. But I just really haven't had the time to schedule anyone. Really haven't had time to be like, okay, let's record here.
Yeah,
Because I'm going off the dime. Like, yeah, we can record today.
yeah.
So
You know, and the flexibility, man. Like, I think it's good that we can both be flexible. It's working. It's, I know you're going through it, bro. I know.
talk about flex.
I already know, man.
But
Look,
but
I know
yeah.
you're going through it, so
Yeah, then I took the role of the clips because I couldn't get my man to post any, so I was like, you know what,
bro,
bro. And then
you're doing
then
a fantastic job.
then I was like, I asked him like, how do you do this and do that? Bro never texts me back. I'm like, bro, how are you gonna gatekeep on your co-host, your partner, bro? He's like, nah, I ain't gonna tell him how to edit videos.
Bro, nah, bro. Because look, I was gonna respond, right? I was gonna respond. Then you put out a video doing it. And
Yeah,
I was like, okay, he figured it out.
bro,
He
you
figured it out.
bro, bro. It takes you 2 days later. Like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. I'm just like, I sent you the wrong message. You never even like, you bro didn't even tell me.
I figured it was the wrong message. I'm like, oh, this ain't for me.
And I went to go text you, and I'm like, bro, definitely didn't mean to send that to him.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Well, you don't need me saying that. You already know. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Today I had 212 unread messages, or like they were read, but just like unread. And I went through all of them, going all the way back to March, because there was one text message that was like, "Hey, we're like a month away from your wedding," and I was like, "Damn, I got married a month ago." So it's, like you said, life's been lifing, man. Life's been lifing over here as well. And then every time we get into like a new season of the tennis, right? My whole life is I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have time now, and then it just becomes busy in different ways. Like,
yeah, nah. I mean, in at the end of the day, man. Like I've always been vocal about how you feel about the pod and how much time you're gonna put into it. And at the end of the day, you always told me like, yeah, I can record. That was literally
I can definitely record.
That was been the agreement. It was never making clips. It was never live
Now,
podcasting.
I was going to ask you this. If there's, because there is a part in some of the couple last ones that I've wanted to like clip. I just haven't had the time to. Am I allowed to still put a clip even after you put a clip on Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not the same clip.
Here's the thing though, bro. Flex was telling me, y'all, like, yo, we need clips. So I posted 2 in one day. Hit me up. Yo, bro, you posted too many clips. Bro, what you want me to do? Cause look, we had
bro, nah, because that was
the women's month, bro. It was the
you
women's
dropped
month.
like 3 and like you dropped like 6 in like 2 days one time. And I was like, whoa, bro. Yeah, bro, you had 2.
Look, but I was trying to hurry up and get through to like catch up, right? And I think we're far enough along now that we can talk about this. Like, you did the round table, right? And the one that I wasn't on, and then we had KJ, right? And so what I didn't want to do was post KJ and then not post the round table that you did, bro, and it's
Yeah.
like I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, nah. I wouldn't have accepted your collaboration.
Nah, that would have been on me.
I was like, that was not cleared by the board, my guy. That was not cleared.
No, so I had to get the round table on there first, and then post the KJ clips.
Well, I'm actually going back now because I haven't even had a chance to talk about we're coming up on our 75th episode. So in celebration of that, this is going to be our 75th. This is our 75th episode.
Congratulations.
And then in celebration of that, I'm just going back and making clips on old episodes. So just kind of going down a rundown of just top 75, man.
Yeah.
75 episodes, almost at 100. I would have hoped that we would have 5,000 downloads by episode 75, but you know,
where we at?
I was like, we're literally like 50 shy.
Oh well.
So
it's all good.
Technically, we will get it by 75. This will be the 75th episode, but still.
Yeah, but still, think about a room full of 5,000 people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
hey, now, shout out Lifter CB who just posted in the podcast server in the Discord.
Yeah.
See, look, that's in the that's a benefit right there. If you post while we're recording, man, we'll shout you out.
Yeah. Nah, but I do want to episode after episode 75 moving forward. I really do want to again focus on the product. Get back to scheduling my guests like I was months and weeks in advance and kind of locking them in. Hopefully, Morgan.
You've been going through it, so
hopefully Morgan can. Bro, there's nothing worse than trying to schedule somebody and texting Morgan at the same time.
Because bro, tell me, just say, hey, look, I got.
The person be like, I can't do Monday. I'm like, Morgan, can't do Monday. Tuesday? He'll text back on Wednesday. Yeah, can't do Tuesday.
Bro, why don't you just put me in a group chat?
Because most of the time it's usually DMs. I don't really ask for anyone's number.
So, you can do a group chat with DMs.
Oh, yeah, it would.
Like the one we in with Jennifer and Jason.
Oh, you know what? That would be Mizard.
Why don't you
look at her? Look at her, man. See, I've been working so hard, I forgot how to work. You know what I'm saying? Brain burnt out. I'm just saying stuff now.
So I wanted to bring up something I did that was unlike me. So as we're recording, it is Monday. What's today's date? May 19th. 19th, brother. It is Monday, May 19th, and the Kith Absorb 2010 released. Right, I got early access. And I was messing around, and I was like, okay, I got time, and I wanted the purple pair, and by the time I went to go check out, sold out. So I was able to get the black and gold and red pair, right? And so I went on eBay, and I was looking for the purple pair to see what I was going for. Now, I knew that they were going to release today. I thought that the drawing opened up yesterday and was just going for the day, but apparently it was the day before. I don't know. The communication was bad. I'm not blaming Ronnie. I think that he's doing his best. I could never fault Ronnie. But anyways, so I was hoping that there would be a size 11 today for me to purchase. And as soon as I got the notification that there was no size 11, I went straight to eBay, same day, bought a pair on eBay. That is totally against my ethos. Now, it was less than the other ones, but it's definitely more than it's going to be in about a month or two. So I needed to let everybody know, full transparency, that I made a bad decision. Not a bad decision. I don't feel remorse. I just need everybody to know that I backslid. Is that what they say? I relapsed.
Actually, it's crazy. That's
No, it's not.
That's a flex. Like
I'm not talking about.
I can picture myself. Yeah, I backslid.
But that's a real word, though. That's a term. Look it up. Backslid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but using it in the replacement of relapsing is crazy.
I've got a extensive vocabulary.
So showcase shoe.
You go first?
Nah, you going first.
Okay, so what I have right here is another. This is actually an eBay cop as well, and the boxes. So I showed this pair earlier, or I think last week, right? Didn't I show these last week?
Yeah.
And I talked about the seller who he was being it took him a long time to ship them because he was graduating college, all that other stuff. Well, he had these for sale, so that's why I didn't give you guys his name, because he had these for sale as well. He had these for sale for $250 with the signed box. Both boxes are signed by Philip.
That is crazy, bro.
And so I wasn't gonna give bro any shine.
Signed boxes is crazy.
Signed boxes, both boxes are signed. He actually had these for less than
yeah
these, right?
And there's 1,500 of the red pair and 1,000
of these, yeah. So I got these just came in this week.
Has his name on it, like, or is it just like to my bud, like on
no
box?
it says oink oink, and then it has his name,
the guy,
like not the seller's name. No, it has Philip's name.
Okay,
yeah. So
wow, that's
it's got all the goodies in it, man. Like, I was not about, like, because I messaged dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, because I messaged dude and I was like, yo, if you still got these in like a week or so, like, I got you. And
yeah,
bro, I was making sure I was not going to tell people, like, so I got these right here. Oh, I didn't even tell people, man. It's the blue piggy runner, pork chop runner.
Yeah.
Addy Stars.
I love those pairs. This is nice. I gotta get both of those pairs. And they're still around in 12 weeks. No shoe buying for 12 more weeks.
Yeah, why is that?
I already told you, man. Feds, bro.
Oh, yeah. You just hadn't talked about it in a while.
I'm legit paying the feds off.
Well,
my showcase shoe.
Sorry, man.
My showcase shoe was the Cardinal 7s, but I don't feel like going to get the Cardinal 7s because I actually wore the Cardinal 7s and the Midnight Navies today. But anyways, don't feel like
you did. You put it in the Discord.
Gotta be in the Discord, guys.
Gotta be in the Discord to know.
What the force? So now, why this is a showcase shoe? Why this is a showcase?
Yeah, why is it?
Because if they would have dropped this just a little bit earlier, right around the what was what thing, military blue on the back, fire red on the
Nike
side,
Air on the back,
cement. Come on, man. Come on, like cement. Like, this is it. Like, this is what. But I wish they would have did. They would have went like breads over
black.
Here. Yeah. Breads over here. Oh man.
I think so the reason I was not a fan of that shoe was because when you got a What The sneaker, it was crazy. Like, it looked crazy, right?
Yeah,
that does not look crazy.
Very basic, very basic.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. If I mean, honestly, right now, just with the hype around the 4, which is slowly changing into the 5. If they would have dropped those now, it would be crazy. Like, cause right shoe, wrong time. Right shoe,
Right
wrong
shoe,
time.
wrong. Yeah. I think when those came out, man, I was just like, really? Like, this is what we're doing? This is a what the shoe? I think, like you said, if they would have made it where one of them was more of a bread base and then the other one was that white cement base, I think that would have gone crazy. It wouldn't have been my cup of tea, but I think that would have been a lot more exciting than just because like the other what those are like mismatched. Like even the homages, the Ronnie Fieg joints, they're mismatched, right? Like that would have been. I think that would have been smooth if they did a what the 4, but they did. Even if it was the leather bread, right? Like
yeah. I mean, I would have went with any of them, but I mean, I really like this pair. Again, you'll see these pairs in next 5-10 years. They nice kicks. Somebody gonna take a picture of them. They go, oh man, when these released, I never knew about these. Like, where was I? You were there.
yeah.
You just didn't want them. You want some Yeezys, and that's what happened.
So funny story. So this Sunday, a lot of the college kids are coming back, and they're getting jobs, in the tennis club. And so one of the guys who was coming back to get a job at the tennis club, I used to give him tennis lessons, and I haven't seen this kid in a while. And the first thing he asked me is like, "Do you still have all the sneakers?" And I was like, "Of course." And he said, "What's your collection up now?" And I said, 700 something. And then he said, "Yeah, I remember you had all those Yeezys." And I'm like, it's like, yo, like, chill out, man. Like, I don't have that, man. He said, "No, you had a bunch of Yeezys, man." I'm like, yo, chill, bro.
wasn't that your like favorite person in the world?
This is like your favorite shoe was like the Yeezy, right? Like everything Kanye West, you loved it. Like, bro, relax. So
if only we knew what we knew now.
yeah, that's for sure.
I wish I did, because I would have definitely got the Wave Runners. Now I'll probably never get them.
Well, what are they going for a lot?
No, I mean, it's just like the only pair of Yeezys I have in my collection is the Yeezy 500s, and I got those off of Adidas for $30, $40, or $50. I don't know. It was real dirt cheap.
That must have been post comments.
This was when yes, because they had to get rid of all the stock, and they finally they was like, you know what, we're just gonna sell it. So everything was like half off or 20%, like it was all the way off. So just like me buying, like I refuse to pay resale for a Kanye West shoe. Definitely after the stuff that like.
I've got a little pushback to that though, because he doesn't get money off of your resale purchase. He gets money from the retail purchase.
Yeah, I get that. No, I get that. But I mean, it ain't about supporting him. It's just the fact of like having something that belongs as part of him on me.
Yeah.
And I don't go along with any of it. It's kind of like you have a racist wife or husband and then saying you're not racist. Like you have to have some type of common ground for y'all to be together. So it's kind of like, I mean, you can't say you don't support Kanye but then have Kanye shoes on. Especially if it's after comments. You know what I'm saying? Like if you went into it and you decide to go now and buy it, like
yeah. So I've had the foam runners, the wave runners since they dropped. So if I'm wearing them, do you feel like I'm complicit? And
yeah, you got the earlier release, because they released again in like 2023. So
I had the first release.
Yeah, so that's your rebuttal. I got the first release back when everything was good. I got the first release. Then we get to actually wait. That's the first release or the second release? That lets you know everything you need to know.
Yep.
Oh, second release. All right, buddy. I know where.
Yeah.
I know where to sit at now. Not sitting with you at lunch. Any closing remarks?
No, man. Again, we appreciate everybody listening. I'm sure our Discord is going to be linked in show notes or in our bio or something like that.
Yeah, but it only lasts 7 days. The link for the Discord. It changes.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
So you'll see me actively, throwing it up there every now and then. It might go and create an image and just throw up something there so y'all can, have fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to create a music video for the actual. I'm going to release the entire Soul Brothers song, the entire song.
There's a whole song.
There's a whole song. There's a whole 2
more?
minute. There's a whole 2 minute song.
No way.
Yes, and
are you serious?
I'm dead ass. I'm trying to create a video for it. With like me and you, our little animations, doing live podcasts, signing sneakers, doing walkthroughs.
Bro, that's crazy. I love that. I love that there's a whole song. I just thought bro made the clip, made that little snippet.
No, sir, that's what I kept. Because I couldn't put 2 minutes on an intro. So I was like, okay, well, I got a whole song here. I can
trying to hear the whole song.
I sent to you.
How many pairs of shoes does he name?
That's a lot. Because,
Diodoras, Mizuno's. Adidas and New Balance and Saucony again. Did we mention Saucony?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. But yeah, just for the people that's been fooling with us, I'm like, it's nice. What do you call it? I don't want to call it satire, but it's just like, oh, they got a video and there's a full song. I feel like everybody should.
That's my thing.
Everybody should hear the full song. So
yeah,
Soul Brothers.
Lex Luthor, Morgan Sneaker Room. So much soul, gotta bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 22.
32. But
32. Check with these dudes, can't rock with these.
Hey, you like that? You like it?
New Balance, Reebok.
Hey, you know that
New Balance Saucony. Did we mention Saucony?
Oh my god! But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys. Join the Discord, subscribe, like, and what it be saying?
Follow
subscribe
too.
And follow. There it is. You can't subscribe.
Smash that follow button.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
That's what they say.
With that being said, guys, as I always say, love, Pete. Was that the dog or?
That's the dog, brother. That's the dog.
Bro, it's like you
sound like I know, bro. She does this thing where she just start like. I mean, you hear it. That's what she does. Hold on, I'm about to turn the mic around.
Nah, it's crazy. But
all right, what you always say?
As I always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
Peace.
Soul Brothers. Soul Brothers. Retro 7, retro 3s, Metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got